Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're taking a look at iWAVESTATION by KORG, because apparently now it's AUv3 after how many years? 11 years? Whoa! So, Zoom me! What's going on? I'm Jade. This is How to App on iOS, and I hope you're doing okay. Welcome. So yeah, the headline is iWAVESTATION by KORG is now AUv3. Out of the blue, end of the year. What a gift, I guess, you know. It's something that I've never really looked at. And why is that? It's probably because KORG are very hard to get in contact with and hard for them to, well, I've never had them respond to any emails. So obviously they don't like me, but they're a big company, you know, and it's hard to find a place to get a contact for somebody to get them to send stuff to you to review. Now, they have a very good reputation of making really good apps and, of course, really good hardware, because that's what they've been doing forever and a day. But yeah, it's just this is one of those apps that I never really got because it wasn't AUv3. I wasn't going to pay the unbelievable price in Australia of something like, what is it, $45, $49? It's expensive in Australia. So there's that. But now we're going to have a look at it. Now, this is not a deep dive. I'm not going to go and do a full tutorial of this today. I just want to see how it works. I'm learning with you guys, right? That's what this one's all about. Hello to Denise. I will not buy more apps. I will not buy more apps. I will not buy more apps. You keep telling yourself that. Bloody Ritual. Hello, Matt Brakowski. G'day, g'day, g'day. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas day yesterday. I know I recovered some stuff, things. Thank you to Gladys Worthington, who took over the channel yesterday, and God knows what happened here, but the video is now R restricted. So, whatever happened, there's an R rating on that video, which isn't, I don't really care. It just means you have to be logged into your account to see what happened. I didn't think it was really that bad, what went down, apparently. I heard, but yeah. Gladys, thank you for hosting the show. Never again, or at least until the end of the next year. So that's the deal. All right. So what is this thing? What is it all about? What is iWAVESTATION about? Well, it's got a steep history because it is based off an actual real-world keyboard, which is the KORG WAVESTATION. Here it is. It's this thing here. It came out in the 1990s, was the first one. These days, it was very expensive when it first came out. It's probably even more expensive these days to get one of these things. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different than a normal synthesizer. Uses wavetables, wave sequencing, in fact. So sequencing, so you're taking all these wavetables and sequencing them into a sequence. So that is the difference. But apparently with this thing came out here. It was launched in 2016 on iOS as the iWAVESTATION, and back when AUv3s did not exist, right? It was all inter-app audio, or, you know, so things weren't as easy as what we have it now with using these in a DAW. You had to use them outside the DAW, but here we are, right? Now AUv3, and this is actually up to date too, I think. Is it up to date? It says yes, so modern updates, 2025, so it was... Took advantages of touchscreen when it first came out on iOS. Has all the carts and all that stuff. Professor Boomer, hello to you. And then in 2025, the modern update was a significant update, saying that it has AUv3 support. I already have a question. How can one save user presets in AUv3 version? Saves standalone, but does not appear. Lost all my earlier presets. Yeah, look, it's weird. I don't have the answer to this because I'm only using this for the first time today. This is not a demo. This is just a let's have a look at it, because I've never owned it, right? But what I did notice, what's really weird, is that on my iPad 2018, I installed it and I bought the extra in-app purchases, and then when I open it in AUM on my 2018 iPad Pro, the in-app purchases don't appear. I don't know why that is. It's weird. But here on this iPad, they appear. I don't know. So I guess we'll try and find out what this, I'll look into it as we go on. G'day, James Myers Drums. Hello to you. But I've made this little project. Oh, so how much is it first? Because in Australia, it's very expensive. US, it is $29.99. KORG apps are always fairly expensive. So in Australia, what's that? 30? It's probably about $50. In Australia, that's one of the reasons I've never really got it. But now I do, because it was on sale, and that's why I got it. 2, there is an in-app purchase. You can buy the extra 7 expansion cards, and they are worth $4.99. So pretty cheap, right? Pretty cheap. All right, I've got this little project that I made. Where are we? In AUM. It's not much. I just threw it together this morning, messing about. So I'll shut up, and we'll have a listen. Boom, lots of nice sounds in there. I'll tell you what, that is the one thing. The sounds are really nice. It's KORG. What are you going to say? You know what I mean? Let's just mute, because not all things are just a synth, right? So on this track here, we've got this rhythm going on. Alrighty, so I'm just going to open up the standalone version so we can kind of do a compare, because it looks like the joystick doesn't appear in the AUv3 version as well. Interesting. iWAVESTATION. And it loads upside down. I love that. Nice. So let's see, where is the joystick here? Because I did see it when I was using it as a standalone on my other thing. I don't even know. This is the first time I'm using this. So this is interesting too. When you go in the settings and hit more, it takes you over to, this is so old, man. It takes you over to your system settings. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here you probably wouldn't even know exist. Look at this. Background audio. This is over in, I'm in the actual iOS, iPad settings here. You can change your latency in here as well too. It's actually not inside the app. That's a bloody really old framework there. You would have thought they would have maybe fixed this. 2014 says. So there's that. As you can see, I'm back inside the system settings, and that's where I use this up here. So interesting stuff. And I'm assuming with the joystick, it only appears, I'm thinking, for specific cartridges. So that's but it looks exactly the same here as it does in the, let's close that. And let's close all this out of here and just load up an instance. Again, I don't really have too much of a full idea of this. I just want to hear the sounds. My take on this today was I was going to sit down and learn it all. Now, I'm more than happy to do a full deep dive once I get it all down. But for this, it was like, it's Christmas. There's a whole lot of shit going on. I just want to have a play with it and see, have I have I made the smart choice waiting all this time to finally buy this with my own money? And are the sounds good? Right? I'm not a synth player. Most of you know this. I'm not a synth player. I've only been doing it for the last 5 years since doing this channel and picked up my skills that way. So we'll connect a microphone to this. But so firstly, are the sounds good, and how quickly can I learn some of the settings, how to make something in this, right? So first, you've got settings over here in the corner. You've got MIDI controller options for modulation, looks like. So this is for Bluetooth. We're just going to, fuck off, go away. We don't need that right now. So this is all for Bluetooth stuff. Here's our joystick controls. We've got MIDI filtering, master tuning, tempo. So it's currently set to sync to host. So this is where you would come in to do that. Assume there's a master volume. It's in here. What? How weird. It's such an old setup. Yeah, absolutely. Did you lose me? What's going on? Okay, I'm still here. Info. So you've got product page. There's a manual in here as well. All this kind of stuff. You can go. This says it's the AUv3 version. We're all good here. I'm still functioning. Yeah, I'm still here. There we go. I don't know what's going on your end. Create new performance, import sound data, and export sound data. Now in here, what I think goes on with this, and I'm guessing, right? So when you click on create new performance, you can come in here and create a random drum sequence, a random wave sequence, or a full random sequence, which includes drums and waves, right? So something like that. I think that's how this works, but we'll work it out. We'll have a play with that as we go on. We've got a randomizing thing here. Let's hit it. Gary Hubs, hello. Let's hit random again. I'm just holding down one key. So this is, it's basically, Boomer, a recreation of the original WAVESTATION back from the 90s. That is what it is, baby. Let's go back to this full screen. So that's your randomization button. Here's where you choose. So you tap where it says random here, and here's where you can choose from your cartridges. You've got all these cartridges all the way up to number 11. So this is what you get for the initial price. And then these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the in-app purchases that you get. And these user banks, you've got 3 user banks that are set to a knit. So you can save all your presets in here, apparently. How do we do that? How do we save a preset? I guess we go to write. So if I come in here, choose one of these. Let's just quickly go over and see what we can do. Let's mess with this a little bit, change some things in here, right? Just to say we've changed it up a little bit. And now if I come back over to my user bank, and I should be able to write, and there you go. So user 1, and I'll go to there. I can, I guess, change it to whatever I want from in here. La la, the demo. And that's saved. Go to init, come back to demo. So that's working in here. Does it work now if I open up the standalone? Interesting. Shall we find out? Reload, come over to here and user 1, and there it is. So I don't know if previous stuff, let's try doing it from here. Let's try doing it from here, right? So I'll pick a random thing, and we'll go and mess with it a little bit. All right, we'll change this up. Change up a little bit, change the levels a little bit, just to mess it up. The loop, whatever, right? And then we'll hit right. And we'll save it in here. And call it mess, whatever. Okay, and now if I come back over to this version. Let's see. Demo, boom. So it's not in there now, but I'm probably going to have to let's see, we'll reboot it and see if it's working. To come from a standalone to all right. And we'll go here. And look, it hasn't even saved wow, is it a bug? So the original things that I saved, yeah, it's not in there. All right, there we go. We've definitely found a bug. Thank you to Revant. It's definitely a bug. Like, we can try shutting down. This is what this show's about today. It wasn't going to be a deep dive anyway. Let's just fuck with it and see what happens. But that's not cool. Come on, KORG. You're charging 50 Australian dollars for this? You can't even get the preset saving right? Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, definitely not in there. Definitely not in there. So preset saving is a mess. Now, don't go and leave a terrible review over on their app thing. I don't know how you get through to them to leave a bug report. They are one of the hardest companies to get through to for anything. And not only that, all stuff previously saved, gone. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty terrible. So there you go. We've found a bug. Look, what I'll do after this show sometime today, I'll try and use my powers of Thingo and send them this video and see if I get a response. But 5 years after trying to get in contact with them, it hasn't been successful at all. Everything that I own of theirs I've had to buy, and so whatever. Cool. All right, but let's get back into it. We know that's not working. That's a terrible bug. But we want to hear the sounds, don't we? And see how it all works, and maybe they will sort this bug out. So, yes, here's your presets. Obviously, users aren't saving properly. You can move forward and back. So you can see here, these are forward and back buttons, increase and decrease. Very interesting. Oh, yeah, Pete, always a day off, mate. Always a day off. Now, before we get into this too, after this show, not directly after, but an hour afterwards, is the big premiere today of Unearthed Episode 4. I hope you're all excited. If you don't know what this show is, I do it each and every week. Here it is, where I go and scour the internet and find 10 of the best artists, independent artists around. And today's episode is sponsored by Sonora Cinematic. Each episode is sponsored by an iOS developer. How cool is it having our iOS developers supporting our music that we make? It's wicked. I love it. It's bloody cool. All right, let's get down to this. Boom. So you can go back and forward. We've covered that. You can close from over here. Let's just go through some sounds, shall we? Let's load up number one. This is called Ski Jam. I need to connect the keyboard, don't I? Not that one. We want this one. So, with some of these, you hold down a note and you're getting all of this, right? So obviously these sounds for this one are split across the keyboard, right? We've got a rhythm all the way up. All the way up to C4. And then everything else after is here. Wicked. But they're not all like that, right? So lead rock guitar there. Now you double tap on any of these. So once you select one, if you double tap again or tap again, and this is only the first cartridge. So apparently this is a complete recreation of the exact WAVESTATION. Thanks Leela for banging links there. But what is the deal? How does this thing work? Let's have a look at, well, we've got this patch up here. So we have multiple wave tables, right? So that is how that, now you can see if I move this up here, let's just go into the levels and we'll pull all these down. So we're only hearing this one up the top here, are we? Or not? Or maybe not. Level. All right, so it's all these. So this one is coming through here. I have no idea what I'm doing. And we can change these waves by dragging up. Right? And you can see they're actually changing here. So and you can add more waves as you go along by tapping here, and you can either change one, say like that, change a synth completely and bring that in. Let me get my mouse happening. You can change them like that and say, yep, close, that's all good. Or you can edit them. You can come in here and then edit how they are spread out across the actual wave. So you can see across the top here, if I tap these buttons, see I've only got one happening in here, but when there's some of these, there's more and you can tap on them. You've got a mixer, so you can come in and change the level of each part. Each part has effects you can add, so you've got effects here as well too. 2 pages of effects, and when you choose them, you can choose them from up here. So you've got so many effects, it's ridiculous, right? It's KORG. Ping pong delays, flanges, enhancers, distortions, phases. There's a lot of stuff in here. Pitch shifter, boom. And you can do all that, right? So the routing looks like it's complicated, but I'm more so here today to try and find out, are these sounds worth a pinch of shit? I mean, they're pretty nice. Hello, Heathen Granny. Now you get 50 per cartridge. Look, there's no doubt, I see you right here, don't want to talk shit about KORG. Look, there's no doubt they make killer stuff, right? It feels like this AUv3 thing was a bit rushed. Does anyone else feel that? Like, if the presets aren't loading, saving, it feels very rushed. So just talking about this thing up here too, this file section, create a new performance. You can do random drum sequences. So now that that's done, and I'm assuming, so let's just talk about what's in here, right? So this is a random drum sequence. These are all your waves. So you can come in here and change these. Shelley, hello. You can also change the level of each section, right? So this is on the level page. So you've got these you've got waves, levels. So these are all the levels of each individual section or wave, right? And then you've got a loop here. So this is the looping, the sequence, sorry, of these sounds. Now you can also come in here and change the pitches of all of these. I don't know how much that is changing stuff. Plus you've got parameters. So you've got your ADSR in here. Cutoff frequencies. You can edit all this stuff in here as well too. Look at all this. Jesus, wow. Of course, as I said, I'm not getting into too much of this today because I wasn't prepared for it. But that's a drum sequence. So let's do a generate a random wave sequence. Hey, thanks, Mark. Merry Christmas. The Christmas show is great. I'm glad someone thought so. It was a mess for me. And you can do a full random sequence. So this is everything, and it's wave, all the wave tables, and a rhythm as well. Which is the same thing you can do up here, I'm pretty sure. So here's the easy way to get to it. So you can just do a full from here. You just got to hold down, and then drums if you want drums. Let's go back to some sounds, hey? Every time I hear these keyboards, I think of Whitney Houston. Why is that? So, am I getting this right? It seems like the ones across the top four have rhythms. Yeah. So they're split keyboards. It looks like it anyway, yeah? So if we do this Snake Charmer one. Zelensky, hello. Let's see if that's true for the next pack. Yep. I'm not going to lie, they're pretty fucking nice sounds. And we go across the top. No, see, it's not all right, is it? This one's not A. Oh, yeah, it is. It's just different. All right. So I can kind of see what's going on here. We've got this. This is the rhythm. Let me show you over here. This is the rhythm that's happening here. And this is our pluck. We've got other sounds in here, right? We turn them all down. What else we got down here? Everything's down now except for this rhythm. Now I hit play. And it's going to come in around here because I've pulled down the volume of these, right? So if I start bringing some of these up. Huh. Well, there you go. I have no idea. Let's get back to sounds. Yeah, look, they sound really good. But what we will do is we will do a full tutorial once I get all this down. I think today was just the excitement of like, all right, so this is AUv3. Did I make a right decision waiting to buy it? Because the other thing too is it's been available in Gadget for a while. I'm not sure if it's the whole thing in Gadget, but then you can actually use the Gadget AUv3. I don't know if it is all of this. I'm just picking random stuff now. No, I could do whatever I want. That's the thing. So that's only the second cartridge. And here's the deal. We found out there's no point in me making anything, is there? Because I can't save it. That's pretty shit. So these are the sounds. Every time I hear one of these, I just think Whitney Houston. Let's throw in something to generate some sound. I'm chucking a couple of things. Maybe a piano tech, piano motifs. And we'll connect both these up. Okay. Good. I'll tell you what's really nice, flicking between patches. A little bit of lag. It's not, you're not going to be flicking through them quickly if you're doing live performance. What key are we in here? F major. Whoa! I'm just hitting all the kind of plucky ones now. I'm not going to lie, the sounds are really nice. So let's just bounce to these extra ones. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here are the in-app purchases. What? See if we can find some strings here. This is with Moonwalk, Spacewalk. Beautiful. So you can also come in here on the fly and change these out, right? I don't have loop on, do I? I think there's a lot to like about this. A lot of good sounds. Now, obviously, these sounds have been around for a really long time, hey, because this original keyboard, the original hardware was made back in the 90s. And obviously it stood the test of time because lots of people are very excited that this has come out now with AUv3. Obviously there's some bugs that need to be sorted. Obviously I need to sit down and play with it a little bit. It's something I wanted to do, but at the same time just wanted to go, is this worth getting invested in? Here's the thing, right? Sometimes you think, well, do I want to learn how to use? Is it worth me learning to use this thing? Are the initial sounds that are in here worth my time? Right? This is a lot of the argument with groove boxes and stuff. A groove box comes out. I've got to sit down. Do I have to, if I invest all this time into this groove box, is it worth my time? Am I going to use it? So are the sounds worthwhile? Obviously, there's a lot of good sounds in here. Secondly, there's a tragic bug that really does not at this point encourage you to use it. So I will do my best to reach out to KORG and see if we can sort it out. It's up to you if you think the sounds in here. There's a shitload of sounds. Obviously, I can't go through it all in an hour and cover every sound, but hey, there's a lot of good stuff in there, obviously. I can't deny that. But will it fit into your workflow? That's your decision to make. The cost of it, once again, if I can, iOS 26 sometimes, man, is $29.99 US, and that in-app purchase for those extra 7 cartridges is $5. I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a lot less than buying the real deal. So there is that. Yeah. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a deep dive and show you how to work this thing properly, because I think I want to learn how to use it. I want to get into it. It should only take me a day or so. It's just time, man, time. Where's all the time to learn everything? But let me know in the comments below if you're watching on the replay. Thanks for hanging out here today and watching this little schmozzle. But here's the deal. Coming up in an hour's time, I would love you all to come over and hang out and support some incredible music that I'm going to play here for Unearthed. It's on in an hour and 6 minutes time. It only goes for about 52 minutes. These shows aren't long. They're not expecting you to sit here and hang out for 3 hours and sit through me jibber-jabbering on. It's just 10 awesome artists back to back with our beautiful sponsor, Sonora Cinematic. And I'm telling you, the artists in today's show, some of them you're going to know, some of them you've probably never heard of, and some of them you're just going to be, most of them, I think all of them, you're going to be blown away. So I've set a dump. It'll send you over there. Please come and hang out. It's the Friday train of entertainment. There's lots of great stuff happening for the rest of the day. I think after me, Smith and Valerie, then you've got Pole Vault. I'm not sure if Laurie's doing a show today. You've got Gary Hubbs doing a Boxing Day special. Got Leela closing out the thing, so there's lots of cool entertainment today. But Unearthed is up in 1 hour's time. Okie dokie, do all the things. Be kind to each other. Don't be a absolute... Nearly did it. Nearly said it. I'm trying to censor myself, right? All right, and I'll see you in about an hour's time. What do you think, Russ? You think it's worth it? I don't know. Hey, I've already paid for it, so there's that. Let's hope KORG could sort this little bug out and fix the rest of their apps and make them all AUv3. It's long overdue, don't you think? Anyway, if anyone has the money to make it something AUv3, it's bloody KORG. Sort your shit out, KORG. All right. See you later. Let's OJ.